Drivin Ivan here, and behind me is a bucket list car, and it's a BMW 7 Series, sure, but it's special. It's the Alpina B7, 500 horsepower and very impressive numbers, but has some minor stuff wrong with it, so I bought the cheapest BMW Alpina B7 in America. Now, let's see if I did the right thing. Well, from the outside, the Alpina blue is a definite clue, but really those Alpina wheels, they are so cool. Just straight out from the center hub there, and they look like that decades ago. Now they're a bit bigger, of course, but to my eye, it's very easily recognizable as not just the 7 Series, but the Alpina version, because you can see right on the wheels the Alpina emblem. But of course, when you're looking out back and you see the B7 and then the Alpina, well, you know. And of course, those big exhausts are also a clue. It's a beast of a large sedan, and I think it's impressive from any angle, especially the back when you see how wide the tires are. And again, those wheels. And to me, that color too. I'm a sucker for blue cars, and especially Alpina blue. Yeah, just look at it. The huge BMW kidney grille up front, along with the Alpina spoiler. Not perfect cosmetically, but pretty good. And I just get weak in the knees when I see it, especially from this angle. And I've been wanting this car forever, so I'm drooling right now just looking at it. And on the inside too, classic luxury BMW, but there are some differences for the Alpina B7 version here. And then of course there's the huge Alpina emblem emblazoned on the center of the steering wheel. But wait, there's more. You can actually shift this one yourself, but where? More on that later. Right here on the beautiful wood grain, you can see it. There's special leather and materials for this car as well. And then look down here. See, right when you get in the car, B7. The strangest thing that I've noted about this Alpina BMW B7, and the same thing as the 7 Series, is this crazy transmission stalk. You press the outside for park, and you slide it kind of in and down for drive, and in and up for reverse. So it's exactly like the one on the Prius, which is kind of insane that BMW has adopted that. And it started in the Prius, I think, in about 2004. So maybe BMW did it first, actually. This was pretty advanced for 2007. You got the parking sensors, front and rear, pretty cool. And you have lots of information that you can garner, like here and here. So both sides you have information that you can scroll through, and it's all controlled right there, just kind of on the side of the turn signal stalk. The iDrive situation is kind of interesting. The way you control it is in the quadrants. You have climate, and then you have just navigation and communication, entertainment. So it's pretty cool the way it works. Let's see what happens if you go into climate. There you go. So it's pretty in-depth. You just have to figure out how to use it with this scrolling knob here. And then there's a couple buttons as well. On the side of the seat, there's all these controls for your heated seats. And like I said, adjusting the top of the seat is just the best in the world. You choose which quadrant you want to adjust, and then you go ahead and adjust it with this. Forward, down, up and down, and you can scroll a little bit. So it's really got all the controls: heated and ventilated seats, massage seats, 2 memory settings. It's got it all, along with crazy storage compartments everywhere you look as well. So overall, it's a bit understated, I think, and to me, that's one of the coolest things about it. Those in the know that it's a B7, but it also just kind of looks like an ordinary 7 Series BMW. So that to me is real cool. And back here, you have some special features like these shades that you can retract automatically. This one's already back. And You also get your own infotainment screen. You can actually change the volume right here on the radio, like you're being chauffeur driven and you're in control, so that's pretty cool. There is some storage in here, a little bit dirty. As I said, I just bought it. There's a pass-through to the huge trunk as well, and some controls like heated seats for the back seats here as well, and a couple chargers, which is cool. But luxury seating certainly for definitely 2 and 3 in a much less luxurious way if you had to. Now for the trunk, of course you don't have to do anything yourself. Nope, opens automatically, and it's huge. There's a spare tire underneath here, battery over here, navigation and such, DVD over here. There's the pass-through for the skis that I mentioned. Of course, this being a BMW also, you just tap it to close it. No problem there. Now, of course, the 7 Series is made for usually people a little bit older, and certainly those that have a lot of money and are used to a certain level of luxury, and that means you don't even have to close your own door. Just go like that, and it closes it the rest of the way for you. Any BMW 7 Series will do that for you. But not all BMWs are created equal and give you this. That's right, the supercharged V7 Alpina engine, 500 horsepower, and a crazy top speed, which we'll get to later, and not much fuel economy at all. If you're really on it, you know, you're probably getting like 10 miles per gallon or less, but I think it's probably rated at like 18 overall. So, and of course it sips premium, so you're certainly not buying this for any fuel economy whatsoever. But anyway, let's go drive it. Drivin Ivan here, and to quote Britney Spears, oops, I did it again. That's right. 2007 BMW Alpina V7. It's been on my bucket list for a while. 500 horsepower, ultimate luxury, being able to adjust the top part of the seat only, being able to adjust the side bolsters, being able to set the massage seats on, ventilated seats. It's got it all, really. I'm getting a massage right now. It's so comfortable. And get on it. Oh, that supercharger just kicks you back in your seat like in nobody's business. You go from like 60 miles an hour to illegal in no time at all. So, yeah, I'm a little crazy. Check out all the other many cars I have, about 20 give or take. Just Google Drivin Ivan. What does Drivin Ivan drive? And you'll see. But this is a car on my bucket list, and it's the right color for me, blue, light interior, and it does have the adaptive laser cruise control. I think there's some sort of issue with it right now. Hubcaps, the center caps are not exactly tight. There's a few cosmetic issues here and there, and code for some sort of turbo. That's been fixed. The supercharger, that gear, the plastic gear that always breaks, has already been fixed. So maybe there's something else. Maybe it's just a code, but I've driven it, stops well, brakes well, and it's got 81,000 miles, give or take. So it's pretty new. Look, the steering wheel's a little ratty, but it looks pretty good inside, all in all. It's not terrible. And hey, it's a 500 horsepower supercar for beans. I probably bought the cheapest one in America right now. So it's scary when you buy a BMW 7 Series. Avid viewers will know, of course, that I have Dinan BMW 740. It's kind of an M7, even though they didn't make one back then. It's supposed to be stage 3, so that's about 400 horsepower or so. It's supposed to be 282 horsepower, but I was told 400. I don't really believe it. This one is faster, and it's more luxurious, feels more modern, even though it's got that quirky BMW iDrive and things like that. Gauge cluster's not really over the top, but this is what you're looking at when you're driving. When you see this on the wheel of a BMW and on the outside, you know that it's something special. And the rest of it is really just standard BMW. And that means lifetime Sirius XM radio, which I'm a huge fan of. But getting back to the performance, wow. Oh, it's so fast. It's just instant power. And that's really cool. But how fast is it? Well, you're talking about 180 some odd miles per hour. And they've actually taken this to about 190 miles an hour, 193, some people say, 190. So 0 to 60 in like 4.8, high 12s, I think, in the quarter mile. The numbers are absolutely insane. I mean, just crazy race car fast. I mean, and you know, you're sitting in the back and you got some luxury too. You got your shades you can pull there, and you could be chauffeur driven in this, but it's every bit of a 190 mile an hour car and 500 horsepower, and no one really knows. And that to me is very appealing. Being a supercar, yet being undetectable by those that are not in the know to me is very, very special. And again, the comfort level of this car is insane. You know, when you're driving a 7 Series BMW, other people look at you, and it's the car that I think gains a bit of reverence. Some people, maybe they don't like it that much, maybe they're offended by it, but it is the most luxury that BMW gives you, and it's every bit of easily $150,000 car these days, and back then it was the equivalent in 2007. So there you have it. Very capable sleeper sedan. Uber luxury and exotic car fast too. So the buttons are on the back of the steering wheel to shift up and down, but on the front is engraved a plus on the right side and a minus on the left side. So here's the paddle shifters right there. The one on the left-hand side is the downshift, and this one right here, that's your upshift. Second gear, third gear, and then back down again. So not really paddle shifters, but button shifters. Interesting. So far on my drive home, well, you know, I've checked all the main things, like will it pass inspection sort of things, and it will. And, you know, I don't know. Like I said, it's been on my bucket list for a while, so you always are leery buying a car like this, even for the good price that I bought it for. And they're just scary cars because the bills can go up so much. When you have a lot of cars like I do, it gets really scary. But, you know, hey, if something happens or if I grow tired of it, I'll just sell it on, whatever. But for now, driving home in it, in rush hour traffic, it is everything I'd expect it would be. It's quick, it's exotic, and it's also a sleeper because people know what a BMW 7 Series is, but only those in the know are going to know when they see that Alpina B7 on the back and those wheels. They're going to know you have something special. This car goes through a special process. They build the engine at Alpina, then they ship it back to BMW, then they throw it in the car, and really when the car is final inspected, there's also some other parts that are specifically Alpina, and they go on the car, and then it goes back to BMW to be built and joined with the engine, and then it goes back again to Alpina for the final check. So these really are looked after by Alpina, and they've been modifying BMWs for decades. So I'm thrilled to have this car, honestly, and it is scary because it's a BMW and things can get quite expensive. But like I said before, it's a bucket list car. It's a car I've always wanted, and it's the color I've wanted and everything. So sometimes you just pull the trigger and you just let all your senses go to the wayside. That's what I did on this car. You know what? Bought it, and that's it. It is what it is, and it is an 81,000 mile, 500 horsepower supercar. And so there you have it. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to check out all my other car reviews. Just Google Drivin Ivan in your favorite car. Check out my literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, documentaries, and also my disc golf videos. Great game. You can go out and play it with your whole family. Especially if you have one of these, you can fit the whole family in a couple sets of golf clubs in the trunk too. Thanks for watching. I just bought the cheapest BMW Alpina in the entire country. I'm Drivin Ivan.